Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, August 11th, 2025. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Dow futures up 52, NASDAQ flat, S&P up 3, VIX up 0.71 to 15.86. Bitcoin was up quite a bit overnight. Took us back down to 119,845. Coinbase up 3.75%. No news today that is scheduled anyway. CPI inflation report tomorrow morning before the market opens. Morning, Krish. Morning, Abash. NASDAQ just went red. Hopefully we get a nice choppy day. Bell's going to ring here in about 15 seconds. All right, bell is rung. Watching Tesla here as it is above previous day highs and just went through pre-market highs. So pull back to pre-market highs could be a early upside continuation. All indices in the green. Looks like the NASDAQ opened with the new all-time high, but is since coming down. Nice push up in Tesla. No pullback at all. MSTR pushing up. It's still got quite a ways to go before getting to pre-market highs. MU with a nice bounce pre-market. Not sure what caused that, but happened about 7 a.m. Central. Hood PLTR coming down. Goog coming down. Apple. Amazon down right above Friday's lows. NASDAQ, pretty good push down. VIX up over 5%. Not too surprising given CPI is tomorrow. My low VIX 1 DTE fired. It was the same one Steve does. All right, getting our second bar here. NVIDIA popped, came down to Friday's low, popped back up. Kind of same as Amazon. Apple's still coming down. A little bit of a bounce in the S&P. Amazon through pre-market lows. Tesla pulling back a little bit. Not seeing any big volume bars. Tesla pulls back, down to pre-market highs, or even previous day highs. I might look to get long. Yeah, don't see any volume bars. S&P up above where it opened now. Nice little bounce back in the NASDAQ as well. No trades yet. S&P approaching Friday's high. Microsoft pushing down through lows. So no setups. Man, Friday there was just setup after setup. Tesla pulling back a little bit. See how far back it pulls. Keep my eye on it here and see if it comes down to close to pre-market highs. Could jump in now if you wanted to. But if it came back down to previous or to pre-market highs, then you'd be starting off in the red. MSTR through previous day highs. Tesla appears to be holding right there. All right, I'll jump in a little bit of Tesla here on the 345 calls. And I'll position size where I can add to it if it comes down some more. It filled at 578 on the 345 calls. 578. So if it comes back down here to pre-market highs, I'll add to it. Close half at 630. S&P pushed up, and then NASDAQ through highs, new all-time high in the NASDAQ. I've got an order in at 630 to close half my Tesla if it pops up. MSTR, again, through previous day highs. Filled at 630 in Tesla. Close half. Close another at 690. Watching MSTR for a potential long. If it pulls back the previous day high, so far it's just went straight up. Filled at 690 to close another Tesla. So I only have one left because, again, I was position sizing a little smaller in case it kept coming down. My next profit target would be 750. No pullback in MSTR. Darn it. SMCI also ripping up. Filled at 750 to close Tesla. So only did 4 contracts. I probably would have done 6 to be normal sized, but oh well. Nice quick winner. Amazon through Lowe's. Definitely some two-way action here. Meta down through Lowe's. But we have stocks pushing up as well. So Netflix coming down to Lowe's. Nvidia up to highs. Circle through highs. AVGO through highs. MSTR pulling back a little bit. Keep my eye on it. Coinbase pushing up. Circle above previous day highs. Right up to pre-market highs. Circle, if it pulls back to previous day high, could be a good long. See Circle, I would trade the 170 calls. Filled at 640 in Circle. So my line in the sand would be previous day highs. And I would close half at $7. Put Circle here. So pulled back to previous day high here, which is my line in the sand. One DTE is up 10%. It's nice. SMCI getting a big volume bar. Or did get a big volume bar. So keep my eye on that one. MSTR all the way back down. Good no trade there. Nvidia pulling back to Friday's close. Could be a bounce there off Friday's close. Circle coming down a bit. Needs to hold. Coinbase with a big reversal. Circle going past my line in the sand now. Needs to hold right there. Pretty big reversal in S&P. Circle held pretty good there on that pullback. So get out of half my circle at 710. Filled at 710 to close half my circle. And we close another at 775. No Mighty 90 and AMD. Baidu I don't even have on my sheet anymore. Definitely a big volume bar in Baidu. Two of them. Baidu popping up here now, so might be a good time to jump in. $85 puts in Baidu. Filled at 775 in Circle. Close another. See if I can get filled at $1.25 in Baidu. There we go. Filled at $1.25 in Baidu for a downside volume runner. Only got one circle left. I'll just put it at 850 and see if I can get filled on it. Close half my Baidu at 140. Baidu's in a super tight range. That's probably why I don't have it on my list anymore. NASDAQ reversal back up to all-time highs. So Baidu line in the sand would be this above this where this red bar started here. No rollover in Baidu yet. Microsoft, what a rebound. What a rebound. Again, I've got an order at 850 to close my last circle contract. New all-time highs again in the NASDAQ. The circle had another big volume bar. Microsoft here is pushing up to previous day high, and that's also pre-market, real close to pre-market high, so could be a potential long. Filled at 850 and circled to close my last contract, so didn't go too big, but nice winners. Circle and Tesla. Now Baidu, which is not moving. Haven't traded Baidu in a while. I used to trade it all the time. See if I can push down through lows. Goog coming down through lows. Microsoft now pushing up to previous day highs and above. So potential long here in Microsoft. And that would trade the 525 calls. I'm going to let this bar kind of play out and see where it ends. Circle pulling back. Could be a good entry if you think it's basically a volume runner right now. Baidu just asleep at the wheel. VIX down through lows of day. Microsoft pulling back now. I'm kind of lukewarm on Microsoft here. I could see it getting rejected too at pre-market highs. So I'm just going to hold off and not going to get in Microsoft right now. Baidu, not acting like a volume runner. Volume runners, you want them to, for this one, a downside and bounce and then roll over. Go ahead and close my Baidu. Don't like the price action. Gosh, dang it. Ugh. Fell to $1.14. Blame that one on Krish. S&P through highs of day. I knew there was a reason I took Baidu off my charts. No extension for Microsoft, so I'm just going to hold off on that one. Even though the NASDAQ is ripping. AVGO popping up to pre-market highs and previous day high. So I kind of like that one long there. I would trade the 310 calls. Trying to get filled at 430. Filled at 430 in AVGO. So pushed up here, anticipating it's through previous day highs, above pre-market highs. I would close half at 475. And if it rolls over here, this little consolidation is my line in the sand. One DTE is up 17%. Good no trade so far in Microsoft there. I wondered about that one getting rejected. AVGO needs to hold here. I like to see it pop back up. Dow is in the red, down 69. NASDAQ up 35. S&P up 3. AVGO coming down now. That is not where I wanted it to be there. It needs to bounce. It's right at my line in the sand. And this bar just started too, darn it. Like to see this bar at least finish. Definitely don't want it coming down anymore. NASDAQ back up to new all-time highs. All right, need a bounce out of AVGO here. Not loving what I'm seeing. S&P approaching highs of day. NASDAQ new all-time highs, but AVGO is not bouncing. I wanted it to stay above previous day high. Got 30 seconds. We'll see where it finishes. SMCI going through highs of day. Come on, get up there, AVGO. Next bar you're ripping. The S&P at highs of day now. Man, finished below previous day high. Not what I wanted. Let's go. Time to just go above it. Feels like the market wants to rip. AMD through previous day high. Well above pre-market highs. Yeah, AVGO just not doing what a continuation runner should be doing. So I'm going to close it. Fell to 395. So, bummer. All right, guys. I'm not going to get any more trades. I got a green day, thankfully. Took more of a loss there than I wanted to in AVGO, but I will see everybody during Power Hour. Have a good one. Peace.